So thank you so much for tuning again to this week's talk. And I just want to start the conversation. I hope everyone's new year is going well so far with your health and fitness goals. And so last week we talked about setting goals, and we talked about just some 4 points. So as I mentioned, I'm the owner of Four Friends Fitness Studio on the South Side. So each week when we talk, I'm going to give you 4 tips. So for Four Friends Fitness, 4 tips. Isn't that cool? Thank you. So last week we talked about goals, and I hope you guys set your goals. I hope they were realistic. I hope that they came from you. I hope that they were measurable. And this week we're going to talk about rekindling your motivation to exercise and eat healthy. So if I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times. Keena, I lack motivation. I need some motivation in order to get started. And that's one of the sort of the goals of the gym. Myself and my team that works together, we work together to educate our clients, to motivate them, and then we train them, because we understand that it's important that people have the why, understand why they're doing what they're doing, and that's why the education is important. And it's important that they're motivated, and then the training actually comes last. So I get that question a lot. Where can I find motivation? I'm not motivated. I need to get motivated. And so tonight we are going to talk about rekindling your motivation. So let's talk. So point number one. The first tip to rekindling your motivation is to find your own reason to change. You may think or may know that you need to make changes as it relates to your health and fitness. You know that you need to make these changes, but find your own reason to make the change, because there are a lot of reasons to change. Fear can be one of them, right? Say you unfortunately hear about someone, they're having health problems, and you get fearful and you say, okay, I don't want that to happen to me. And then you go to the gym real hard for a week or 2 weeks, and then that kind of motivation that was driven by fear kind of dies out, because that technique doesn't work 100% of the time. It can work, but it doesn't work 100% of the time. It's more likely to not work than to work. So consequences are not good motivators. There have been studies that have shown that people have had heart attacks, and once they recover from the heart attack and they go through the rehabilitation afterwards, largely they go back to the same behavior that they had before. Even though they've had something very traumatic happen to them, the doctors threaten them, family members, they go right back to the same behavior. So consequences and fear are not good motivators. Point number 1B. So point number 1, you have to find your own reason to change, because point 1A, fear is not a good motivator. Consequences are not a good motivator. And external rewards are not always a good motivator. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So your job employer says, okay, we're going to give you $100 Visa gift card if you lose 1% body fat in the first 90 days of the new year. So everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get that gift card. I'm going to go. And that's good. That is a motivator, but it's not the best kind, because 9 times out of 10, once the reward stops, the behavior stops. So at the very moment that you don't get or there isn't some sort of reward offered, or a gift card, some sort of external gratification or reward, then 9 times out of 10, you're more apt to stop doing whatever you were doing before. And you're training yourself to only do it if you get a reward. So you're training yourself to only work out if there's something in it, if there's some sort of prize involved or reward, and so that doesn't really hold. So that's not a good motivator, or 2 ways to motivate yourself, by fear and external rewards. Even though they do work, they're not the best way. So the best way, point number 1, is to find your own reason to change. So you're not changing because of fear. You're not changing because you get a $100 gift card. Take time and find your own reason, because that's going to be the best motivator to keep you going long term. Point number 2, focus on your strengths. This is important. So if I were to ask all of you to help me move a sofa, if I were to say, Marcy's on left, I would say, Marcy, help me move this sofa from point A to point B in the room. She would not take her weakest arm to move the sofa. She would position herself in a way that she feels like she's most strong, right? And so motivation, you can rekindle your motivation by focusing on what you're strong, your strengths, not your weaknesses, because your weaknesses aren't going to propel you forward. They're not going to be motivators to you, because as a matter of fact, it's going to demotivate you because you're weak in that area. Yes, I can give an example. Any questions? I'll go back to that in a second. So focus, point number 2 is focus on your strengths. So like I gave the example, if I were to ask you to help me lift something, you would not use the weakest part of your body in order to do that. You would position yourself to where you're making sure that the strongest part of your body is going to move this piece of furniture. And so that's the same when you're approaching your health and your fitness goals. Think about your strengths. Do not think about your weaknesses. So I know my strengths are organization. I know my strengths are note taking. I'm a good note taker, and I write down a lot of details. And if I'm a good list maker. If I make a list, I'm going to do what's on the list. So if I had a goal of, doing cardio 3 or 4 times a week, I would, because I'm a good organizer, I know that's my strength, I would organize how I could get it in. Because I'm a good list maker, I would write it down on a list. So I'm just going to use all the things that I'm really, really good at, and to steer them towards my health and fitness goal, accomplishing that. So point number 1, find your own reason to change. And that own reason has to come from you. Like in my case, I'll need to make some changes in my cardio. I wasn't doing enough. I was doing a lot of strength training through the week. This is just an example, but I need to do more cardio. And my reason, I found my own reasons to do that, is because I'm a busy business owner, and I know that I need to take care of myself, because I help people take care of themselves. So in order for me to do that, I have to stay on top of my cardio activity. So that was my reason, and it came from my own heart, my own mind. I wasn't motivated by fear, and I wasn't motivated by an external reward, because that's temporal. It doesn't last as long. So point number 1, find your own reason to change. Point number 2, focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Point number 3, consider your environment. Okay, so I believe we have like this record player in the back of our head, almost like a white noise. It's playing, and we don't realize it, and we're doing this, and this white noise is playing. And I know that people aren't motivated to work out and exercise, and among other healthy choices that they need to make, because of the environment that they're in, or what it is that they want to accomplish is in. For example, you may not make the connection that the reason that you don't like to go to the gym is because it's loud, or because there's too many people there. Or you may not like to use the company gym, which is free, because there aren't any people there. Or because you don't want to see your coworkers again at a time that you want to be focusing on yourself. So these things kind of deflate your motivation when you think about the where. When you think about, where am I going to work out? I'm not motivated to go there because there's nobody there. Or I'm not motivated to go there because there's too many people there. Or I'm not motivated because when I go there, I'm by myself. The environment is very, very, very important when it comes to you being motivated to exercise, you being motivated to eat healthy. So these are things that you got to think about. The where. What is the environment? What is the environment? What type of environment do I need to work out in to be successful? And think about that, because that could be a big motivator for you. Point number 4. Last, but most important. In order to rekindle your motivation to exercise and to eat healthy is to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. It's so important. In life, I know that there are many occasions of things that you thought that you could never accomplish. It could be something as practical as that I never thought I could be, a great mom, or I never thought I could, raise these kids by myself, or I never thought I could finish school, or I never thought I could finish this certification, or et cetera, et cetera. But you did it. And the same is true as you approach your healthy lifestyle, is that you have to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Set your goals. Stick to it. Stay motivated. And I'll go over the points again. The first way to rekindle your motivation is to find your own reason to change. Find your own reason. Not that you're motivated by fear. You're not motivated, by some kind of external reward that could be temporal, but your own reason to change. An example of that, could be something as practical as, hey, I need to change because I'm getting ready to get married and I want to look great in my dress. I want to change because I want to be on a cruise ship when I retire and not a nursing home. These are reasons that you may think of. Point number 2 is that to get motivated is to focus on your strengths. Use your strengths to help you accomplish your goals. Focusing on your weaknesses is not going to get you anywhere. An example I gave was if I were to ask someone to help me move a couch, a sofa, you wouldn't take your weakest limb, like your weakest arm, to help me move anything. If I asked you to lift something heavy, you would position yourself to where you felt like you would be the strongest. And that's the same approach that you want to take when it comes to your health and fitness goals. Is you want to position yourself in a position where you're the strongest. So think about what your strengths are, and it may take you some time because we always focus on our weaknesses, and we spend all this energy trying to build up your weaknesses, and it's wasted energy because it's a reason why they're your weaknesses, because there are some things you do better than others because you have strength. They have to coexist. You can't have one without the other one. But when it comes to health and fitness, you have to focus on your strengths and then use your strengths to help you meet your goals. That's point number 2, and that can help you get motivated. Stop focusing on your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths. 3rd is your environment. Think about what's keeping you from going to the gym. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Do you need a buddy to go with you? Think about the environment that you would want to train in, ideally. And then 4th is believe in yourself. So hopefully you guys got something out of tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to keep doing these lives every week on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Just some short tips, 4 tips to keep you guys going in 2019 towards your health and fitness goals. So every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, some announcements. I've been in your business for 2 years, and I'm excited about it, and I'm having a big anniversary celebration the week of February 4th. February 4th through the 9th. February 4th through 9th. There'll be something going on at the studio every night. There'll be a lady doing demos on laser treatments for fat, and there will be B12 shots, yoga, and wine. You could come out with us and have a great yoga session with Marcy and have a free glass of wine. We'll do a vision board party on the Friday night. Thursday night, we're going to go off-site as a group and do some pole dancing. I don't have a pole here, but I partnered with another studio in town, and we're going to all go together over there and pole dance. So hope you're ready for that one. Get your sexy on. And then Saturday is the big party. So it's from 11 to 1. We'll do Zumba. There'll be some food here. You can get a massage. There'll be giveaways. So I just want to celebrate being in business 2 years, and I hope you will celebrate with me. And that's February the 4th through the 9th at the Four Friends Fitness Studio Gym. And also every Monday night from 6 to 8, I'm doing a health coaching class. It's called Jumpstart Interactive. You can find it on the website, www.fourfriendsfitness.com. You can always email me. My email address is on the website also, and I am rooting for you guys. You can do it in 2019. Set your goals, stay motivated, and I will talk to you next week. Good night.